Good evening. I do apologize for being a little late. I like to be here a few minutes before 8 o'clock, and it is almost 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. So I have never been late for my lives before. So hopefully there's only a first time for everything. So I'd like to welcome you to the Tweet Be Happy Live. I am Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Iowa. I'm trying to adjust myself so that I am not so close to my phone or my camera. And I'm going to do a quick refresh over here on my notebook to make sure that the video and everything is the right landscape. So how is everybody tonight? This is being filmed on October 28th, and it is in the 40s here. So I'm not going to complain about, well, it doesn't do any good to complain about the weather anyway, but we are into our corn harvest here. We're on the downhill slide. We had some rain today, which we didn't really need, but you know, you got to take what Mother Nature gives you. So hi, little monkeys. How are you guys tonight? So hi, Marlis. Thank you all for joining in. But anyway, like I was saying, our temperatures here in Iowa are in the 40s. I was on a couple of Zoom calls today with some gals that were from like Florida and Texas, and it was like 70 degrees down there. And even though I like that temperature, I don't like it with the humidity and stuff that we had this summer. So I'm kind of enjoying the sweatshirts that we have to wear and the sweaters and our slippers. It's kind of a nice diversion. So although I'm not looking forward to what's coming next, but let's not worry about what's coming next. Let's worry about today, and let's worry about making a shaker card. Now, who on this live that's watching me has made a shaker card? I think we've made a couple of them in card classes, but it's been a while. And we're also going to be doing some embossing tonight too. So let's go ahead and flip the camera. There's just a couple of business items I guess I need to mention before I flip the camera down to our projects. There are only 4 days left for someone to become a Stampin' Up demonstrator and to join the Tweet Be Happy team. So I am telling people that there's technically only 3 days because I don't want you guys to wait till the last day and then have the systems be overloaded, whatever. If there's an issue, let's go ahead and do it beforehand. Good evening, Brenda. Thanks for tuning in. So anyway, so there's 3 days left to join my team, Tweet Be Happy, and I believe it's one of the best deals ever that Stampin' Up has offered, the best deal ever that I have been able to share with you guys. So for $35, you can order $125 worth of products in your starter kit, and then you become a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Now, what you do with that starter kit is totally up to you. It's your starter kit. I want you to do with it your way, and I want you to have fun with it. I want you, if you want to, invite your family in or invite the neighbors in, or maybe give what you got in your starter kit as gifts. There's just so many possibilities, and I am always here as your leader, and I have other people on the Tweet Be Happy team. They know just as much as I do. So if you ever have a question I do want you to, you know, contact me, text me or whatever, or text one of the other team members if you're in the middle of, like, let's say you're in the middle of heat embossing and you can't get your embossing powder to, you know, turn bright colors. It stays, you know, a certain color. Well, there's different tricks. Maybe you need to heat the paper from underneath with your heat gun. Or the main thing is, did you let your heat gun heat up? It doesn't take very long, just, you know, a couple, 30 seconds or whatever. But you got to make sure that that red glow is on when you heat emboss. So we are available to help you. It is kind of overwhelming when you start. You know, when you get your starter kit, because you get all these fun, glorious things, you don't really know what all they're for. But remember that I and the other members on the team, we've all gone through that overwhelming feeling, and we want to help you make that as pleasant as possible. It's all good. It's all good. So my special this week is if you order $50 before November 24th, not November 24th, November 4th, which is a week from today. Can you believe that? My next live is November 4th. So if you order $50 in my online store before November 4th, you will get to have a card kit with the kits, with the cards that we're making tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be playing with the Party Piggy bundle. Now, this is a bundle that I got when I was out in North Carolina, and that was in March. So I probably got this sometime in April. I'm going to turn my camera down now, so close your eyes if you need to. Don't want you to get dizzy. But anyway, I ordered this bundle when I was out in North Carolina at Onstage. And I've used it some. If you ask my grandsons, they will say, "Oh yeah, Grandma, we made some cards with that." It probably was in July when the fair was going on. And I haven't used it since then, but my total intentions of buying this bundle was that I wanted to gift, and I know my my nephew and my his wife and his little girl, I know that they are not watching this tonight, so I know I can very comfortably say that I purchased this stamp set with them in mind. He is with Smithfield, and he is in the finance part of Smithfield, and they work with pigs. So that's why I got this stamp set. Plus, I was raised on a farm where my dad raised pigs, so I love the little sayings on it. I am so proud of you. Let's party. Then there's what's shakin' bacon, and then happy birthday to you. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4 sentiments that you can use. And then obviously there is the cute little pig that goes with it. Our electricity just flickered off and on. I wonder what's going on. So hopefully that's just the one-time thing. And then also, I guess I need to put my light on here so that it helps. Turn my light back on here. Isn't it crazy how everything we do is governed by electricity? So anyway, okay, so I hope you guys can all see that. Also, with this stamp set, it came as a bundle. It was called the Party Piggy bundle, and anytime it's a bundle, it is a stamp set with either dies or a stamp set with a punch. Okay, in this instance, it's a stamp set with little dies. So there's little dies that cut out the little piggy, his body, Obviously, they're not to scale. And then there's this little head that you can punch out. And then there's this flag, and then the party hat, okay? So that's what we're going to be using tonight. We're going to be creating some cards. I've already created some samples, but we're going to be making a shaker card tonight. Like I started out, who has made a shaker card? So I have the stamps that I'm going to be using tonight. I do have them on acrylic blocks already, so they are ready to go. And what you do is when you want to use a stamp, you select a block, and let's see here. Let's take. So you would put the flat side of the little face of the pig onto the block, and then you would then take your ink pad and you would stamp it into the ink pad, okay? So that's our stamp pad that we're using tonight, and our dies. So let's look at what we're going to create. The first card we're going to make tonight is this card right here. What do you think? What's shakin', bacon? Let's party. So I will totally make this card with you tonight, but I wanted to show you to start with what this card looks like. So you can see that there are some sprinkles behind. So when you shake the card, the little sequins shake. It might be kind of hard to see online. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this card. I am going to begin with a thick white cardstock. We have basic white cardstock, and then we have thick white cardstock. And you want to use your basic white cardstock when you are using layers on your cards, okay? So this is basic white cardstock. You want to use the thick white cardstock when you're using it as your card base. So that's what this is right here. This is just a normal sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11. It's cut in half, and then it's scored at 4 1/4, okay? So let's go ahead and let's create this DSP with the hats and the little confetti, okay? So I'm going to grab my piercing mat here. We have found out that with the photopolymer stamp sets, a piercing mat gives it some more cushion, so when you stamp, you have a better imprint, okay? That's just some scratch paper there. So what we're going to need to do is something that is a basic, I believe, is the, Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad. This is a really nice black ink, and it's kind of a mainstay. So so I have already put my little party hats onto my acrylic block, and what we're going to do is we're going to make our own DSP. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 into the pad, and then hold it, go straight down and lift it straight up. When you're making your own DSP, you want to kind of turn the hats all around because you want it to be not a pattern. Well, you could want it to be a definite pattern, but in this case, this is a What's Shakin' Bacon card. So this little piggy's saying, let's party. So you can about imagine that all of the party hats are just flying everywhere because they are having so much fun. Okay, and speaking of that, let's go ahead. This is kind of a white. I'm going to leave the middle open because obviously that's where the little piggy's going to go. But this is somebody's hat that's flying up in the air. So the next thing we're going to do to create our DSP is we are going to take the party little you know, graffiti and stuff, and I need to find my, let's see, I put it away. Here is my I'm using Pretty in Pink on this tonight. So what I'm going to do here is, this is a different size pad. This is a normal size of ink pad. And we get them from different manufacturers, so that's why the sizes are different. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just go full strength and just stamp the party's graffitis on the white, basic white card stack. And there again, you know, you're not gonna really see a lot of the background, but boy, it's sure fun to stamp and create with. And you can make your own DSP anytime you like. And there again, keep turning your stamp so that you know, you have a, you know, definite little design on there. So right away, I always encourage you to take your chamois and clean your stamps after you get done using them. Then that way you do not have any accidents with them. And let's go ahead and clean the party hat that we had used on the Memento Black at the same time. Okay, we will put the chamois over here. So what do you think of that DSP? Okay, so now we are going to make the shaker card part of it. And what we do is you take a clear medium envelope, and this is a new pack. So this is how we can get into it. So what we're going to do is pull out one of them, and we are going to put this piece of basic white cardstock inside of the envelope. And I know that these medium envelopes have a little piece that you can tear off, and I call that the front. So I make sure that when I put this in here, I put it clear into the corner, and also I try to hold it there because I want to, well, you'll see in a little bit what I'm going to do. So the next step I'm going to do is I am going to take some, these are loose shaker elements, and they are very, very tiny. So needing my, here is my, I'm gonna carefully lay that down for right now, and I'm going to carefully open up this little container of elements. And believe me, it's sealed very, very well. But can you see how tiny those are? Look at all the iridescent things. Oh, I had a couple jump out on my hand. Put them back in here. So what I'm going to do then is I will hold my envelope up again. And I'm going to hold down into this corner. And with this one hand, I'm going to try and hold this open. And hi, Peggy. I'm going to pinch, like take about, we're going to do about 3 pinches of sequins to put inside of this envelope, okay? The static electricity isn't too bad tonight. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to make sure that I gather these up because I want to put the lid on, okay? So, hey, we did that. Even on live, it cooperated. So those are called loose shaker elements. So if you can see, they're all down here in the corner of my envelope right now. So what we're going to do now is carefully, you know, make sure you keep that cardstock in the corner of that medium-sized envelope. Pull off that adhesive tab, and then carefully fold it back onto the white cardstock, okay? So we have the top part of the card sealed, don't we? So next what we're going to want to do is, I've got some Scotch tape up here, trying to tear it off one-handed. And so we're going to fold this over then because we want to do our best to make sure that none of those little sequins fall out. So I put a piece of tape there. I'm going to get another piece of tape up here, and then I will put another piece of tape at the bottom. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, I'm going to, so here's our shaker card. Look at this. I probably could have put some more sequins in there. But I think this will do great. This will do great. Can you see them all in there? Isn't that fun? It's already a party, isn't it? Okay, so our next step then is going to be to adhere this white piece of cardstock to the pink. So when we're working with plastic like this, I like to make sure that it's going to stick very, very well. And I don't know, this corner of this envelope is kind of bugging me. So I'm going to see if I can put that down just a little bit. I'm going to go like this and put a little bit of tape on there. Yeah, that's better, okay? I don't want to see it from the front. So let's go ahead and continue with our tear and tape. Now this tear and tape is almost one of my new best friends. It is adhesive on one side, and then the other side, you just take your, you got to press it down, and then you take your pick tool and you just pull it up. And it is very, very sticky. And it holds very, very well. I don't want somebody to be shaking this card, having a good time, and sequins go flying all out. I don't want that to happen. Boy, I can't believe that I didn't put in more sequins. I did a lot more when I did my first one. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply this then to the, I believe I'm using bubble gum. That's the color pink tonight that I'm using here. I know I stamped the pretty in pink on here. And I'm not sure why I did that, other than the pretty in pink was handy, and so I grabbed it. So let's go ahead, and now we need to adhere this to our card base, and we're going to use the double-sided tape again. This is very easy stuff to use. The only thing you need to remember is you need to make sure that you rub on it so that when you pull off the white, the tape sticks to the, and sometimes it's kind of hard to get started, and that is, to me, I think that's just a sign that I haven't pressed hard enough on the tape. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this onto our card base. And I am going to move this to the side right now so that I can use the grid lines on my mat here, my glass mat, to kind of follow the lines. If you can see what I'm doing. It's not guaranteed to be straight, but it's pretty close. Okay, so there is part of our card. Now comes the really fun part, which is beforehand I did go ahead and stamp out this little piggy on the bubblegum cardstock, and then I went ahead and die cut him out, and then I colored his nose in with the light strawberry slush. So what you do is you just go like this. And then I colored in his spots. And then, of course, the inside of his ear. And then we did his spots on his body. For his feet, I did the light basic black. And I colored his little, let's see, what do pigs have? If the boys were here, they could tell. Hooves. Colored their little hooves. Okay? So Now, these blends are very, very nice. There is a marker side, there's a writing tip, and then there's a marker side. Tonight, I used the writing tip because it was smaller areas to control. Next, we're going to take some glue dots, and these come on a roll, and we are going to attach the little piggy's head to his body. What do you think of this? Has anybody commented? Hi, Peggy. Thank you for joining. Anybody make a comment if they've made a shaker card yet? Or do you have this Party Piggy stamp set? This is the stamp set that we're using tonight, and it is on last chance. Normally, I don't know if the price is reduced or not, but to get the stamp set and the dies, it's $38.50. But keep in mind, you can make a shaker card with any stamp set that you may have. Okay, so I put the two glue dots on the back of the little pig here, and then I'm just going to go like this, and there he is. Isn't he cute? Do-do-do-do. Yeah, I think he's so cute. Okay, we are going to adhere this again because we're using that envelope, that clear medium envelope. I want to make sure that everything stays attached. And the nice thing about this double-sided tape is it doesn't add any bulk to your card because it's flat. I am also going to, what's shaken bacon, I'm going to put double-sided tape on the back of that little sentiment, and then the little party one, or let's party, I'm going to put some double-sided tape on that while I'm doing the little piggy. So the heat embossing is quite fun to do. I went ahead and did that ahead of time so that to save time. And what you do is you will take your stamp, like let's say here's the Let's Party stamp. You stamp that, and then you put the embossing powder, you shake it on there, and then you kind of hit it, and then you heat it with the heat embossing, and it's usually a dull white, but after you've heat embossed it, it's shiny and it's kind of raised a little bit. It's kind of fun. That's probably one of my favorite techniques is the heat embossing technique. So let's make sure that, just kind of dry fit everything onto your card here. So we, on the original one, I have the What's Shaken Bacon kind of at an angle. And then, the pig can't be on there straight, can it? So it's got to be at a party. It's got to be at an angle or something like that. So I think this time I'm going to put him leaning this way, and then that way I can do the Let's Party down here. Okay, let's try that. So, I got to grab the one that has the double-sided tape on it. So anyway, What's Shaken Bacon is going to go right there. And let's take off our backing of the double-sided tape. Who thinks little pigs are cute? They're really cute when they're little pigs, that's for sure. As they get older, they get dirty and, kind of smell and stuff. But our little piggy is nice and clean, isn't he? Because he's all ready for his party. Now, I'm going to kind of angle that, and I want to have his ear be up on the, What's Shaken Bacon. I want to make sure that he's pretty visible. And then we'll go ahead and take the tape off of this one. And then we can put this we'll put it right down there. Now you don't have to worry about the different heights on this card because remember we've used the double-sided tape, which is thinner, and I might have to put a dimensional up on that one. Yep, I think I will. I will, because I don't want that to not You want your cards to be all the same level. You don't want to have like this sticking to the card, to the card base when it's actually on the 1, 2, 3. That's actually the 4th layer. So you want to have it be kind of standing up. So I do need to put a dimensional back there. So, so anyway, here is our card that we're going to be doing tonight. It's a shaker card, and it can make lots of noise. This one really makes lots of noise. There again, like I told you, I am going to be giving these as a thank you gift to my nephew and his wife and his daughter for letting us stay out there while I was out there going to on stage in Raleigh, North Carolina. They don't live in Raleigh. They live about an hour or so. I don't know what direction it is, but just an hour or so from where the convention was. The convention this year in March is going to be in Orange County, California. So I invite anyone that would like to go. If you need a vacation, come with me and go. I haven't for sure decided if I'm going yet or not, but I would sure like to go. It's on my bucket list. Okay, a couple of other things I want to show you tonight. This is one card that we made. Another card that I was going to make tonight is this cute little card here. It's got, look at his little belly. It uses these little small circle shaker domes. So what they are is they are just what it says. There is, I think there's 12 in this box. So what it is they are adhesive. So you would peel off the adhesive band on here, put your sequins in there, kind of like we did the bag, but you would put them in the dome, and then you would press down on your card. So that's another card that I have made with this Party Piggy bundle. And on this one, he's really festive. Oh, I didn't put a hat on that one, did I? So this one, he's got a party hat, he's got some flags, and then look at his belly. It's got little sequins in it, and I think it's sealed down pretty good. So, and that was done on the Bubble Bath cardstock, and then inside was happy for you. A couple of other examples I did make another shaker card with this Party Pig bundle, and when I did this one, I still put I did 2 layers of the Bubble Bath, the card base, and then the layer. And I thought when I did this one, I wanted to have it different, so I used the basic white, and then I used the bubble gum, and then the basic white on the 3rd layer. The thick white is what the card base is. So it looks a lot different, doesn't it? This little piggy is done on white cardstock, and then I took my blender brush with the crumb cake, and I just kind of made him all dirty, because growing up, I can remember piggies only being dirty. So this little piggy was having a good time. And he didn't take time to clean up for the birthday party like this one did. Isn't that cute? So, so another sample I made using the Party Piggy was the same type of card base. It's using the Bubble Bath, and I trimmed out only the face of the piggy at this point, and then I put on a label, "What's Shakin' Bacon," and then used some embellishments. So, and then I did a party hat, and then here's the inside. So I tell you what, this was a really, really fun bundle to play with, and I wanted to let you know that that there is a party hat, and I did color this party hat with I used the light strawberry slush, and then I used the light granny apple green, and I want to put a party hat on this little piggy, so I'll take a glue dot, something like this, a glue dot, pull it off, and then I will put it on his hat, his head. Isn't that cute? So, so this little piggy probably needs a party hat too. So let's go ahead and get another little party hat, and find a glue dot, and then we will give him a party hat too. And you have to be, or I want to be really careful that we're not covering up a lot of the sentiment. So what's shaken bacon, the shaken's kind of covered up, but we'll kind of just kind of ruffle up the little pom-pom there. And so there are our cards for tonight, using the party Piggy bundle, and it is on last chance. So if you want to get it, you probably should get it right away. The little domes are still available, and so I want to just end up by saying that, remember, if you are at all interested in doing paper crafting, that we do have a special that ends in 3 days, and I would like to talk to you if you are interested about getting a $35 starter kit for $125 worth of products. I know I've talked to several of you, and I do need to follow up with you. There's some people that I've texted, I've emailed, and then there's some people that I just haven't had a chance yet to talk to, and I will be getting a hold of you. But if you're one of those people that can't wait for me to give you a call, please call me. So this is Darla Tweeten with Tweet Be Happy from Iowa, and we have been making some party piggies tonight, but I always have my little Jessie and Jeff little cows up here, so we are having lots of fun tonight. So God bless.